My boss, Mark, was the human equivalent of a participation trophy. He had the title, the corner office, and the talent of a wet paper bag. His main skill? Taking credit for my work. It started small. The first time, it was my Streamline Initiative report. I spent a month on it. He presented it. The VP said, "Great job, Mark," and I got a nice assist pat on the back. Annoying, but whatever. I let it slide. Then came the Q3 client pitch. I pulled 2 all-nighters fueled by cheap coffee and pure desperation to build the presentation deck. It was a masterpiece. The morning of the pitch, I saw him at the printer. He'd just changed the name on the title slide from mine to his. That pitch landed our biggest client of the year. He got a fat 5-figure bonus. I got a team player mention in a company-wide email. The anger started to bubble. The third strike was the Synergy project, a massive undertaking I built from scratch. He presented it to the entire executive board, bragging about how he had worked weekends and bled for this project. That was my blood, my sweat, and my tears he was taking credit for. But the final straw, the thing that made something snap inside me, wasn't about a project. It was about my mom. She got sick, and the medical bills were piling up. I went to Mark, my voice shaking, and asked if there was any chance of a raise based on my performance. He gave me this sad look and said the budget was just too tight. The very next day, he walked in wearing a brand new Rolex, bragging to everyone about how he treated himself with his performance bonus from the Synergy project. That was it. The anger wasn't hot anymore. It was ice. A cold, clear thought formed in my head. Okay, Mark, you want my work? You can have it. The company announced they were looking for a digital transformation proposal, the biggest project of the decade. The winner would likely get a VP title. I told Mark I had a revolutionary idea. His eyes lit up. His fatal flaws were arrogance and laziness. He never checked the details. I worked for 2 weeks creating the most brilliant, comprehensive proposal you've ever seen. It had data, charts, a full implementation timeline, the works. I embedded it all into a slick automated PowerPoint, but I added one little trick. The most important slide, project lead and core contributor, was cleverly linked to a live file on our shared company drive. A file he'd never think to open and check beforehand. The day of the big presentation arrived. The CEO was there. The entire C-suite. Mark was strutting around, peacocking. He starts the presentation, and he's killing it. They're eating it up. He gets to the slide, puffs out his chest, and clicks. For a split second, the slide was blank as it loaded the live data. Then, it populated, but it wasn't his name. It was my headshot, my name in a huge font. And below it, a list of bullet points. Streamline Initiative conceptualized and executed by me, Q3 client pitch authored and designed by me, Synergy project solely developed by me, and at the very bottom, in red text, all projects resulted in bonuses awarded exclusively to Mark. You could hear a pin drop. Mark's face went from tan to ghost white. He started stammering, frantically clicking the mouse, but the slide wouldn't change. The CEO just stared, his eyes like daggers. After a full 30 seconds of dead, agonizing silence, he said, "Mark, my office." Now, then he looked at me through the video call. "You, stay on the line." Mark was fired that afternoon. I heard he had to sell his Rolex to make rent. Me? The CEO gave me Mark's job, a VP title, and a massive raise with back pay for all those bonuses I'd earned. Turns out, stealing someone's work is a bad business strategy, especially when that someone knows how to use PowerPoint.